Okay, so you guys see exactly what's going on. Well, no, you guys don't. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and be doing a book review today. I've been mostly posting about Clash, but I wanna go ahead and just do things that I enjoy, and this is also another hobby of mine. So I just wanted to go ahead and do some reviews on works that I've enjoyed. I've been meaning to post a video like this for a while now, but I don't know. It's usually never went right with me. Sometimes maybe the audio was wrong, but just a bunch of things. But I got it figured out. So without further ado, today I would like to go ahead and discuss Cultivation Nerd. So right off the bat, this is a good book. I don't know if I need to tell you guys it's a good book. If you don't, then it's a good book. But what I'm trying to go ahead and say is that if you're in this sort of, niche where, especially where like cultivation novels or just like books, and you're in this general area of things that you like, I'm pretty sure you most likely have seen um, or at least went by it. I'm pretty sure it's really popular in Royal Roads as well. Um, so yeah, it's a good book. So there's not really much I can critique about it because I did enjoy it, but I wouldn't say necessarily critique, but I do want to go ahead and lay it out in terms of what type of book it is. So the name is Cultivation Nerd, Essentia Progressive Fantasy by Holy Mouse. And I want to really emphasize the nerd part in the title because the main character, Lufang, he actually is a gigantic nerd. Um, Honestly, when I was reading book one, and I always knew this book was good, but when his reincarnation, I guess we can call it, or transmigration, was introduced, it was done so casually. And for a book that got the reviews that it did, and especially how it's highly rated by many people, that that really um, that really kind of confused me a little bit. I don't. I kind of get it because honestly, just like I said, it's like a niche type thing. It's like a type of genre. So some people just go ahead and just do some, I don't know, getting hit by a truck or something along those sorts, and they just go on with life. But um, actually, we haven't even really gotten an explanation about how it's done, but we do go ahead and get some more information about it. So I do want to go ahead and give credibility to the author and just the book in general for them providing that type of, I want to say, explanation. Bro, stop, stop, don't. So, so yeah, I do want to go ahead and mention. I want to talk about some good pointers, good points. Also, if I guess if you guys haven't really noticed, yeah, I will be kind of including spoilers. I'm just really just talking. I'm just really just talking here. I don't really have anything even set up. I don't know. I just like this book and I want to go ahead and talk about it. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, he really emphasizes the nerd part regarding about the title. The main character truly is a nerd. He's a man that was reincarnated, or I guess transmigrated. He's from Earth, and I believe he was a scientist, but he's also worked in many career paths. He was the type of person that kind of looked up things on well Wikipedia. Just he's a random facts guy, but the main premise of it all is that he is completely absorbed regarding about anything to do with knowledge. He's a bookworm, and actually that was actually kind of like a little title that was given to him by Song Song. So actually, hold on. For those of you guys have read this book, who do you guys want the MC to end up with? I kind of, well, not even kind of, I do. I kind of want some type of dynamic with him and Song. I don't care. I really don't care if she's gonna wake up one day and possibly split his crack his neck or something. I just want it. And granted, she's probably not the best choice uh mentally stable wise, I guess, in terms of when, choosing a partner. But I don't know. I just like it. I just like it. I don't know. I guess maybe because it's not supposed to like kind of like meant to be in a way. I think that's probably why I'm like, yeah, like, like go for it. I don't know. Well, I'd be really curious in terms of how that would all play out, you know, because she kind of like, I don't know, kind of eats people. I'm not talking about like, the good type of eat. I'm talking about like cannibalism. Talking about cannibalism. So yeah, um, Yin, that's another character within the series, a woman character within the series, and she has interactions with our MC as well. Um, but it also this really, I don't know, it's weird. I, I I do want to talk about, of course, start off with what the author does right, but I do want to go ahead and say real quick is that her fetish, I would say, for a main character, for Yian, it I want to say it feels artificial. I don't know, she just kind of seems crazy, and I she really is crazy, actually. She really is crazy, but I don't know. Hopefully, maybe the author. We are gonna be expecting a book in June 24th, and man, it seems so long. Oh, actually, that's my girlfriend's actually birthday. That's crazy. Hmm. Do I celebrate the birthday or do I read the book? Who knows? No, I'm playing. Don't tell her I said that, please. No, I'm so serious. Please don't tell her I said that. So But yeah, I hope he goes ahead and goes into more, you know, go goes deeper into the relationship between Yi and our main character, Lufang. A little bit more in book 4. And yeah, man, I just have so much to say, but like I'm saying, guys, I'm literally just blabbing. I'm literally just yapping. I just wanted to post this video and I just wanted to talk about this book that I enjoyed. I think probably I don't know. I think probably like next time or maybe some I'll probably like try to like have something more stabilized, like go through like constructive dot. But right now, I think I'm just gonna ramble. I kind of like rambling, to be honest with you. So he really emphasized the nerd part. He is a person that likes to go ahead and really dive into knowledge. What else? I talked about what's it called? I talked about wanting to go and talk about the good things about this book. So what else can I say that this book does well? Um, wow, I actually realized I don't think I've actually even done anything. That's what I mean. I could just be yapping. I can't. I don't even go in. I just yap. What does this book do well? hmm I would say it's. How do I say this? It's kind of unique. Not really unique, but you don't necessarily see cultivation, transmigration on novels, especially with this type of setting. You don't necessarily see a lot of them, especially when the character kind of uses more brain rather than bronze. Um, I really like the part where I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure some people may dislike it, but I actually really like the character, the nerdy type characters, the ones that go into deep dive regarding about some type of explanation. Just them talking about certain uh certain things that they do and the reasons why, and even though they go into like an in-depth into it, I really enjoy these type of characters. So I want to say for kind of like a unique character in a way, At least something you don't see that often. It's usually, I don't know, like fight, get an inheritance or like get memories from an ancient alchemy emperor, and those are cool too. We those are cool too. I'm not here to really go ahead and start saying, oh, I'm not here. Okay, I like my cultivation slop as much as the next guy. I just want to go ahead and say and give credit where it's due, that even though it's I do enjoy my slop, I do enjoy some uniqueness when books like this come out. So character wise and just like premise wise, yeah, it really kind of does go differently, because the main character, usually where what happens is that they're probably good at really just concocting pills. Our main character Lu Feng's actually he also didn't even, the thing I like about this too is that he didn't even have an inheritance or anything. He just got it off the dome low key. So he has talent for formations, and that's also, I think this is the second book that I've personally read where the MC is really predominant in formations. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and start looking for more cultivation novels where the character is dabbles more into formations, because like I said, like I do enjoy my slot, but I do like a little mix up. They don't always gotta be like, I don't know, like a ping I mean a pill sovereign, or alchemy emperor or something like that, or I don't know. So most definitely I do enjoy the formation, so I do want to go ahead and give you guys that. That's a good key point, or not even key point, but that's a little spin the author does. So also, I want to talk about the power system, because I think we need to talk about the power system. So I wouldn't say it's convoluted, but it's it's weird in a way, because like I said, I've read cultivation novels, just books in general. And I'm pretty sure if you guys are probably listening to this, you guys have as well. Um, there's always usually information about the next type of realm, or well, yeah, there's information about the next realm the person would have to go towards, and then it would discuss immortality and going up to the heavens and passing the tribulations. We don't actually get that here, and I like that, but I do want to say is that I don't know if that limits it in a way, because are they going to go to a different realm? I know there's different continents, and I'm pretty sure that's definitely going to come, but is there going to be I don't know. I like the heavenly continent. I like going up to the clouds, like after you're done going ahead and taking a couple lightning bolts to the, I don't know, to the chest, and then you go ahead and fly up and say, "Fuck you guys! I'm going up to the heavens. Screw you. You were my Jade Beauty. You were my Jade Beauty, but not no, not anymore." So yeah, I I don't. I want to. I know the author has it, but that's all I kind of wanted to say real quick. But even though I do kind of look at that as like, yeah, but also it's also unique in a way, so that's why I have to go ahead and include it in regards to what the author does right. It's the fact that right now, in before, for most people, the highest cultivation levels they see is nascent soul, and that's crazy to me, because also like I'm saying again, I'm reading so many cultivation novels, and nascent soul is like kind of like, I don't know, I, I want to say like a kind of like cornerstone, but it's like, I don't know, it's like it's a realm that's just there. It's never been to the point where, especially in this novel, is basically considered the highest level because the immortals are just not really, jumping around. And also, is what is the immortal? Is that really just considered just being immortal after that? I don't know. I don't really believe it. I think there might be some more. At least I'm hoping there is. You know, because you really tell me after Nascent Soul, you go up up one more realm, and then that's it for you. Like, come on. Like, there's no like primordial. I don't know, devil realm or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making some shit up at this point. But once again, it's a unique premise, so I'm I'm gonna have to include it within what this author is doing good. What else can I include? Yeah, I think I really just wanted to talk about the uniqueness in regards to what the author is doing. Now, I guess let's go into some critiques, and I don't necessarily have like critiques. Maybe things that I wish for it to be implemented, even if it's not, I'd understand. But, you know, but it's a good book. But yeah, I think I can talk about I think I can actually I have some really good valid ones at least. There is not that much action going on within the book. So what I mean by that is that it there is definitely action. I don't know, I probably just sounded like contradictory, but there is definitely, fight scenes along those lines. But I would say most of the time, it's the MC. I guess it's probably not that weird, especially when it's considered cultivation nerd. He wouldn't be out there. It's not, he's not called a cultivation devil or something. He's not going to be out there in a war every single second or a blood demon or something. But he really is in that. He's really hitting those books. My main issue with this is I don't really mind that. I kind of really enjoy it. I'm a type of person that can go ahead and sit down and enjoy arc after arc of just a guy being in seclusion, just chapter after chapter. I can be kind of cool with that. But sorry. But what kind of gets me is that this character, when he does go into fights, shows a lot of, he shows that he has, skills, I would say. Like, he's very competent regarding about fighting, but he doesn't go into that many fights. So it kind of feels like, I don't know. I wouldn't say given to him, but granted, he does practice his. It does say that he practices techniques, until till exhaustion, and he does that every single day. So his techniques are good, but I you need to fight people. You need to have battles. Even I guess you can consider Song a battle partner. I guess in a way, um, but she wasn't even she. I don't think that situation between them wasn't. It was introduced at least by the second book, you know, and I guess that was yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I would definitely say um, I do wish the author went ahead and at least gave more show where he got like more experience because he just seems like really good at fighting and he kind of talks about average talent but he's able to fight up his realm. So I don't know, but yeah, I think that's a pretty I think that's something pretty valid. I think that's pretty valid indeed. I'd wish that he would just go ahead and have more confrontations with other characters to go ahead and equate to the level of skill that he's showing. At the end of the day, I do know that his skill just comes from his knowledge and everything. But I don't know. You can read, but you can read all these books, but but you gotta experience stuff at the end. So I think that's fair. Mm, you see, I can't even bring up that much critiques because it's a good book. Even the stuff that I have brought in, it's still a good book. So let me go ahead and think for a second. Mm, um, I think mm, no, I don't think I'm gonna bring that up. Mm, oh, you know, I'm sorry. Let me. It's not a critique, but it is something that I've favored from this book. Let's also talk about how he handles luck based within the system. When I tell you that I love it when authors go ahead and talk about, luck. And what I mean by talk about luck, I don't mean like as a passing glance or something. I mean that when they make luck um, tangible in a way. And we've all read, just not even cultivation books, but just, books in general where the main character probably gets reincarnated, or not even that. They just, I don't know, they stumble on a secret treasure and then they go ahead and get an inheritance or something of the sorts. And it happens, back to back. And to be fair, a lot of the authors explain the reason why they do this is to go ahead and show some progression within the book, um, because something needs to happen, and that's completely fine with me. I don't have an issue with the character or even the main character having luck. I would like it to be a tangible thing. I don't want him to pop things out of his ass, and I think this book does that really well. And an example of this is going to be Eugene. He's actually regarded as heaven's chosen, and our MC, the way he looks at him is that, oh, this guy got his spirit root. He was the main talent, within his clan, named number one genius. He got his spirit roots crippled. Then his fiance dumped him, um, and then she bullied his clan, and then they were supposed to fight 3 years in order for him to redeem his honor. I don't know, but our main character, he saw the life story and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not messing with this dude. He's clearly the main character." And it was actually good that he did that because this guy is heaven's chosen, or I guess in other cases, I guess like heaven's slave. But um, it shows how the luck within Eugene's all his lucky encounters, all of this is just going to go ahead and equate to him going in and doing something for the heavens. And if he goes against the heavens, then he's going to die. You know, he actually does die. I don't feel bad for saying that. I don't feel bad because this guy was actually an asshole. I thought he was cool. I was like, okay, whatever. Your heaven's chosen or whatever. Okay, just do your thing. Like our MC ain't looking like you, but just go ahead and just stay over there. Just stay over there. But this nigga, bro, this nigga has the audacity not to only not to be lucky as fuck to, but like I don't know. He feels like the whole world owes him something. I don't know. I don't know at this point, man. I don't know. But he was kind of an asshole, especially when he tried to steal from the MC. I'm like, damn, bro, you need to put that nigga down. You need to put that nigga down. But that nigga did get put down though, real shit. He got put down. So yeah, they make the luck very tangible. So I would say that's something good that they do in the series. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of critiques. I don't know. I really like this book. I think I'm kind of gonna end this here. I kind of really just wanted to talk and just post something on my page, but yeah, that's it. I will be doing something like this again. I think I might pop up a web novel. I initially intended to, especially just because that's kind of where my roots started. Um, but yeah, but yeah, we'll see. Thanks for watching if any of you guys did, and see you guys later. Muffin out.